Welcome to another teacher tip with Mr. Long, and in this video we're going to be looking at how we can use images and how we can modify them in a Word document. And the tips and skills that you learn in this video can be applied not just to Word documents but to Excel files if they've got pictures in there, or even in PowerPoint if you've got any images in PowerPoint, how you can modify those images. Now the first thing, you need to get the image into your Word document or whatever document you're working with. There are lots of ways of doing it. You can copy it from the internet, and you can use, when you paste over here, if I click on the paste option, there's sometimes an image option there, or you can click on insert and you can insert the picture either from this device if it's saved on your computer, or want to use one of the stock images that's built into Word, or maybe it's an online picture. Now I've already got a picture over here, some apples, I've got some random text, and the moment you click on the image, you'll notice that an extra option has appeared at the top here. We've got all these options. Now the picture format option has appeared. So let's see what we've got available here. Now I'm going to be working from this right side and move across to the left. We will do remove background in a separate video. So let's first look at what we've got here. So when you click on the image, I've got these little handles at the top. I call them bubbles, and they can be used for you to drag and resize the image. Or you can resize them over here by making it a specific value. Maybe you want it to be 30 or 11 high. So that's the height and that's the width. So if you want it to definitely be 11 centimeters high, you can do that. And if you click away, now it's resized it. Now just a little thing about this resizing. It keeps the dimensions. So for example, if I change this, maybe I want it to be 8 centimeters wide. And you'll see it modifies the height because it keeps that dimension. If you want to get it to, if you want a specific height and a specific width, noting that that will probably distort the image, you can click over here, and when you see these options over here, you must just unlock the aspect ratio. So that way you can change it to exactly the dimensions that you want. But then, as just a reminder, if you do that, it's going to distort or stretch the image. So that's the options over there. The other thing that you can do when you click an image, maybe you want to cut out parts of it. So that's the crop option. So you can crop by shape or by aspect ratio. There are lots of options. Most of the time I just click on this option, and you'll see these black handles at the top here, and that allows you to actually go, hey, I want to get rid of this part of the image and that part and this part, for example. So you can do things like that if you want to crop the image. Okay, so that's cropping the image. You can still access those parts if you just go back to the crop. You can still see them. So maybe you want to make it wider again later. Maybe say, actually, I want to make this a bit wider again. You can do that. Okay, so there you got some nice options there. Other options, if I look over here, you've got options over here for rotating the object. Maybe you want the apples to be more on this side, so you can flip it horizontally or vertically or at a particular angle, like 90 degrees. And you get a whole bunch of other options if you want to specify how much the rotation happens over there. Okay, and then we can go to align. Now the align just says where you want to align it on to the page. You can add grid lines on. The one that I particularly use a lot is this wrap text. Now sometimes I don't want the image to be like just like this with the text all around. I actually want the image, now if I drag it, like I want it somewhere over here, and all it does is just moves the text down. So if you look at wrap text, you've got all these options over here. You can make it square, you can make it tight through, you can go top and bottom, you can have it behind the text. Maybe you want the image behind the text, maybe you want it in front of the text so that the text flows behind it. So you've got all these options. The one that I use the most often is tight. So when I click on tight, it allows me to be able to move it where I want it to be, and all the text will flow around it. So that's my favorite one that I use. I can move it there, and then it's exactly where I want it to be. It also allows you more freedom with regard to where you want to move it on the screen or on your page. So that's the option that I particularly like. You can also right click on an image, and you'll see all these options appear. You can see that the wrap text option is also over here. Okay, so there we go. So those are options that are available to you. You can also, when you're looking at these options, you can also go to more layout options, and you can see all of them over there. You can see you can wrap the text on which side of it as well. And so you've got all those options available to you. Now we're going to move across to here to alter text. That's particularly if you want to write some sort of text particularly for people who are, maybe they are struggling to see, they're blind or they're visually impaired. Some programs can read, if they move their mouse over a particular image, it'll read whatever the text is that's over here. So you can place that if you want as well. Some other effects, you can add borders if you want to put a particular border around the image. So if you want a yellow border, you can see this yellow border that's appeared. You can also specify the weight of it. So maybe you want it to be a bit thicker. So you can put borders around it. You can also create effects like all these. You can play around with them, but there are lots of preset ones that you can look at. So maybe you want it to glow a little bit or something like that on the outside. If you do this, you also have these options for more glow options that will appear on the side over here, which allows you some more details and more color options and more properties. And you can go through all of these. It's just about playing around with what exactly you want to do with your image. So you can do that as well. You get all of these other lovely styles that they've got available. So you can actually like tilt it slightly. There's some lovely little pre-designed little styles that you can use that can make it look very fancy. So you can do that as well. So those are also available to you. And then over here, we've got, if you want to reset the picture, you can. So we can reset it and it gets rid of all those other borders and stuff like that. You can change the picture. This one is particularly important. I just want to show you, just close this quickly. This one's particularly important. This gives you option to compress the picture. Now, if you've got lots of pictures in your document, it can get quite big. So what you can do is you can crop the areas that, or delete the areas that you cropped. So that means it's not included. So that if we had cropped this image, it would actually delete that part of the image. So it's not saving that. And you can apply it to just this picture, or you can apply this to all the pictures. So you don't have to do each one manually. Or you can also specify what type of resolution you want for the image. So those options are nice if you want to reduce the size of your file. These options over here as well, there are lots of little things that you can play around with, like for example, the color and the tone and these lovely little recolor effects. You can even go and set a particular transparent color and so on. So if you want something to be transparent, you can do that. So let's say if I click on this and I want that to be transparent, obviously it's not a solid color, so there's little bits there, but you can do things like that. I'm going to undo that. Some lovely little artistic effects that you can do, some like negatives and like lovely little options, the pixelated options as well you can play around with. And then transparency, how transparent you want the image. Maybe you want it to be a little bit transparent. And then lastly are these little like soften and brightness. You can change those properties as well. And with all of these options that I've just shown you, there's always more options at the bottom. So whenever you click on that, you get a few more options that you can look at, and you can actually change it like that and so on. So you got all these options available. So you can really edit your images quite a bit using just your generic Word or Excel or PowerPoint. And you just remember, you click on the image and you've got all these options at the top. In another video, we will show you how to remove the background, because that requires a bit more work. So we'll do that in a separate video. So play around with these options. There's some lovely things that you can do, and you can create the image that you want to create and modify it the way you want it to look for your document. So I hope this has been useful, and hopefully you can make some fantastic images for your worksheets and for your exam papers and your documents. If you're looking for more teacher tips, go to our YouTube channel, click on that subscribe button, click on that like button, go look at our playlist. Maybe there's some information there that can help you. And remember, don't do it the long way, do it the Mr. Long way.